Welcome to the channel, boys and girls. Welcome to the Reading Street, read aloud with Mr. Carter. Please click that like and subscribe button below. On this channel, I'll be reading great books by great authors and great illustrators to you every week. Disclaimer, I do not own the rights or content to any of these books read on this channel. It's time to have some fun. Let's get started. Welcome back to Reading Street, boys and girls. And today we have another great book for you by another great author. And today's book is entitled Victor Discovers the Violin, written by DJ Duvalsaint and illustrated by Yuliia Zolotova. Victor always had a keen ear for music. He often imitated the sounds of ordinary household objects. Even as a baby, today was his big brother's birthday. The kitchen vibrated with sounds. Shh was the sound of the frying pan when his mom added the plantains to deep fry. Was the sound of the egg right before it cracked open. Whoo went the blender. These sounds woke Victor up fast from his sleep, and he climbed out of bed. He peeked into the kitchen and saw Mom preparing the yummy food for the party. But Victor's favorite thing about a party was the music. As the party got started, the family sang Happy Birthday together for Victor's brother, Light. Victor took the lead and belted out his part. The whole house was festive and vibrant. Balloons of all different shapes and sizes floated everywhere. Victor tugged on the string of a golden yellow one in the shape of a star. His sister Sky did the same with a blue cloud-shaped balloon. His sister squealed when she heard a song playing that she and Victor both liked. Sky said, "Simone, Victor, let's dance." Victor accepted the invitation with no hesitation. While everyone ate their cake, they listened to more music, making Victor sway. His cousin began to dance. That made Victor smile, and he joined in, having so much fun. To top it all off, presents glittered in the corner of the room. There were all sorts of gift boxes and wrapped presents. There was a long red and white box that stood out from the rest. Light didn't pay any attention to it. Time to open presents. Mom then announced. Light reached for a round gift wrapped in orange. But Victor couldn't stop staring at the long red and white package. He wondered what it could be. Was it a flute? No. It was way too big for that. Was it a piano? No, that probably couldn't fit. Just as Victor was about to make another guess, Light held the long red and white box in his hands. He shook it a little bit, asking Victor, "What do you think it is?" His response was a shrug. Light ripped off the wrapping paper. Inside was the coolest thing Victor ever seen. It was a golden curvy thing with strings and a long stick. How did they connect? And he couldn't see any plug. Just then, something magical happened. Light touched the stick onto the strings, and a beautiful music followed. Victor's eyes widened in amazement. Where did the music come from? How did it get there? Light must have sensed his little brother's gaze, saying, "My friend taught me how to play the basics." Victor asked, "Can you teach me?" "Sure, buddy," Light responded, "when you're a little older." Victor felt so disappointed. He was ready to learn now, but couldn't find the words to express his thoughts. He then mustered up the courage to ask his parents the same question. "Can I learn how to play that?" he asked, pointing to the gift. but they answered, "When you're older," almost in one voice. Victor felt crushed. He was ready to learn now. His eyes filled with tears that rolled down his cheeks. Even though his sadness, more questions clouded Victor's mind. That night, he couldn't sleep one wink. Instead, while his brother slept, he peeked into the box holding the long, curvy thing with a stick. Victor tried to play it, just like his brother had done earlier in the day. Victor could hardly believe the sounds he heard. He played and played and played, so busy. Victor did not notice at first he had an audience. Then he caught a glimpse of something moving near the corner of a window. He walked slowly towards the window. Sitting there was a grasshopper. Oddly enough, it seemed to be admiring his music with a smile. When Victor played, the grasshopper rubbed its wings together. Victor said, "Hi, do you want to play music together?" To his surprise, the grasshopper answered, "Sure, I would love that. My wings make softer sounds than my brother's. I wish they were louder." Victor asked, "Why do they make softer sounds?" The grasshopper replied, "Boy, grasshoppers are better than girls at making sounds with their wings." Victor felt sad for his new friend. He understood how it is to feel limited. Suddenly, he had an idea. "I'll try to make you something to play music." "Oh, that would be wonderful," said the grasshopper. Just then, Victor let out a loud yawn. "I'm so sleepy. See you later," he told the grasshopper. "Wait, what's your name?" he thought to ask. "Mine is Victor." "My name is Grace," answered the insect, hopping away. As the sun started to peek its head, Victor drifted into a deep sleep with a big smile on his face. Music filled the air. Victor stood on a big stage in the middle of an orchestra. To his surprise, a drone landed right in front of him. It carried a shiny box wearing a big letter V. "This must be for me," he thought. When he opened the box, his whole body lit up. Victor looked all sparkly and felt different. Suddenly, he knew exactly what was inside and how to play it. This was called a violin. He now knew it was like the one his brother Light had received for his birthday. Victor also knew that a violin was a musical instrument made of wood with 4 strings. The stick was called a bow, a word rhyming with O. The oldest existing violin had been built by Andrea Amati and Gaspara di Bertolotti, and he knew that 70 pieces of wood were put together to form the modern violin. Victor held the violin like he was an expert and played alongside the orchestra. An orchestra is a group of music players who perform together on a big stage. There are 44 instruments used in a full orchestra. Victor saw he was the youngest of all the kids, but his age didn't matter. He played and did not skip a beat. That is what really mattered. While playing, Victor glanced down at his shiny black shoes. He noticed a small green being with something brown in its hands. It was Grace playing the world's smallest violin. Being careful not to step on her, he continued playing along. As Victor woke from his dream, the orchestra faded away, but something new had grown inside of him, his love for music. He was young, but he was sure of that love. When Victor was fully awake, he used his imagination to create his own violin. He used a brown plastic hanger and tape yarn for the strings. Using a ruler for the bow, Victor created the sounds with his mouth that his violin would make. Wee-boo, wee-boo. And Victor didn't forget his promise to Grace. He found a small matchbox, asked Mom to cut a hole, and taped 4 pieces of string. A toothpick would work just right for the bow. When Victor played his music around the house, it made everyone happy. Mom smiled. Dad's belly went up and down as he laughed. "Great job, son!" Victor smiled and felt filled with joy. He loved how music could make others happy. Sky started to dance while he played. "You're good, brother," she said, and stayed for a while before disappearing back into her room. Victor continued to play his violin. He barely noticed when Grace appeared at the windowsill, happily playing along with him on her wings. When Victor spotted the grasshopper, he said, "You wouldn't believe the dream I had. We were in an actual orchestra. You had the tiniest violin ever." "Really?" Grace responded with wide eyes. "That is so cool. I barely remember my dreams." Mom said, "I have a photo memory," answered Victor. Grace corrected him. "You mean a photographic memory?" "Yeah, that's it," he admitted. "Before I forget, here's your violin." Grace beamed. "Whoa, it's the perfect size. Thank you." "You're welcome. Mom helped me with it." "That was kind. Please thank her for me," Grace added, hopping away. Before Victor went to sleep that night, he drew other instruments from his dream. He wondered about their real names. "This one looks so cool," he thought. "I wondered where my dreams would take me next." The end. Now that was another great story by another great author. The summary of today's book. Follow along on the journey of a child's early awareness of music surrounding him. Young Victor discovers the violin, and in his dreams, he transforms into an expert violinist in an orchestra. He pursues his love of this newfound instrument when he awakes and recreates the violin with everyday household items. Victor's story encourages children to follow their dreams and make them their reality. So, always follow your dreams. Never give up. Put your mind to it and you can do it. And to purchase this lovely book and to learn more about today's author, DJ Duvalsaint, please click on the link below and you can learn a lot more about her and her great books. Thanks for listening, and I can't wait to read to you again soon. Bye-bye.